Double conquering Mega Eagle. Alright folks, how are we doing? Alright, so we're back with the canoe. What I'm going to do now is take this covering off. Yeah, we're going to try and give her a bit more girth at the first chine. Yeah, so make it a bit wider below the waterline, so hopefully make it a bit less tippy. That'd be nice. Yeah, and what we're going to do about coverings, eh? There were so many great suggestions in the last video, but there's just one beautiful suggestion that stood out from all the rest. Yeah, utter genius. You know, thanks as always to my amazingly inventive subscribers. We're going to make the first rubber ducky canoe. Right. Okay. Let's pull this covering off and we'll see where we're at with the woodwork. Right then, folks. Okay, she's grown some hips. You have to forgive me. It's been about a month since I last turned this camera on. I've been up to all sorts of shenanigans, working nights in a factory, which is cool. You know, I had a lot of fun. You know, maintenance work on plastic forming machines. Yeah, it's good. Excellent money. But you know, times must, and what. Now I'm having a little break from doing temp work and catch up on a bit of my aeroplane work. But you know, I'll try and find a bit of time to finish this canoodle off. Yeah. So as you can see, I've got the timber on the side. I've just been doing odds and sods when I've actually been awake and not been driving to work. 12-hour shifts and an hour and a half each way. So 15-hour day, isn't it? I don't fancy doing much else but sleep. But and I got a gypsy haircut. I did it myself, mainly to wind the missus up. But I quite like it now. Actually, I think it suits me. Yeah, I just need a beat up transit van as well, and a staffy to sit in the passenger seat. I can go around doing driveways and that. Yeah. What? So yeah, shower curtain time. Let's get this bad boy covered. I was hoping I'd get away without using tape on this, but for a couple of reasons. The glue's kind of working, but it's not working properly, and this shower curtain is wafer thin, so that it lasts longer than 20 seconds. We're just going to use a bit of gaffer tape on the seams and down the keel. But I still, I don't know. I would be amazed if this was still floating after 5 minutes. Yeah, because what? But it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter when you look this good, as hopefully you'll agree this canoe does. It just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're looking good sat on the river or underneath it. Right. Okay, I was really hoping I'd be able to build a little trailer and drag it to the river on a bicycle, but time for me at the minute is in such such incredibly short supply. The reason I wanted to do that is I'd seen another chap on YouTube taking his pedalo to the river in France on his bicycle. And you know, I was going to copy him, so I'll leave you with a little slice from No Expert, his video. It's quite amusing.
And now I just need to find something to tow it to the beach with. So all I have to do now is fill it with fuel, and away we go. Oh no, there's none left. That means I'm going to have to find something else to tow it with now. Dead easy.
Pretty fucking cool. I got that feeling I'm going to get wet again. Okay, we do have a little leak already. Oh, that is still a wee bit tippy, but a lot better than how it was. Alright, I feel like a very limited window. I think this is going to bring a pretty major leak pretty quickly. Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Oh, that's nice. A lot nicer. Against the wind. Where's the wind coming from? Still don't feel like I want to put full strokes in. I think I don't know, I just feel like I'm very high up out of the water, which isn't nice, nor is it good, but it feels a lot nicer than it did last time. This lovely stretch of river, eh? Lovely stretch of river. A few nice pubs on it as well. It's just really twitchy. I think that's always going to be the way with a really light boat, you know. At least it feels something, doesn't it? You know, I'd rather it feel a bit twitchy than just numb. Well, I don't know, I'd rather not get wet, to be honest. So yeah, maybe numb's better than going swimming. Still got quite a lot of weed here. I don't really want to fall in amongst the weed. It's nowhere near as bad as it was though. Amazing how much difference a month can make with this weed. It started dying off already. Let's see if we can get another little paddle out of this thing. Colour of that beautiful water. So let's have a little debrief again. It's always I think it's always a good idea to do this when you know things have been a little bit experimental. So where do we stand with this canoe? Well, it's got a lot more stable. Yeah. There were a number of comments on the last canoe video regarding flat bottoms and rounded bottoms or pointy bits in the hull. My rum top for the day. Woo! So what? And I think the seating position and my choice of paddle. I have a few paddles, and I don't know why I took the longest one. Really, it's too big for that boat. This is something that's nice to use. This is very long. It comes up to my past my shoulder, so it's very nice to use this when you're sat at the back of a canoe with a few other people rowing, paddling, and you know, you get a bit more leverage over the steering like this without sapping the speed away. So perhaps it isn't the best thing on a slightly tippy one seat canoe. I think that vessel would have suited a double paddle more than anything else. I just don't like them. They're not old school enough, are they? So yeah, about the flats and the rounded bottoms and the V-holes. I have, as it happens, read Michael Verney's Amateur Boat Building cover to cover several times, you know, from when I was a kid, I suppose. Tremendous book. If anyone ever gets a chance or you want to know more about amateur boat building, that is perhaps the best general overview of every different technique you can possibly imagine, from, you know, plywood to clinker plank to ferrocrete is in there. That's concrete boat building, which is pretty fascinating, you know. Either way, you know, very robust material, but you know, a lot of people don't treat the steel properly, and they end up corroding from the inside out and blows the whole boat apart. So it's impossible to get insurance on a ferrocrete boat these days. Too many people have done it badly, but why am I chatting about this anyway? Either way, he does talk about bottoms and things like that. Look, everyone's right, as it happens. I have to refresh my memory. The thing about rounded keel, rounded bilge boats, round bilge boats, they rock. It takes very little to get them rocking, yeah, but it takes a lot to generally, you know, if the geometry of the boat is the same as the other boats we'll talk about, it takes a lot to go beyond that tippiness and actually get the thing to capsize. So ultimately they're more stable. However, felt stability from the paddler, they'll feel less stable, yeah. Whereas you go to the opposite end of the spectrum with flat bottom boats, and they feel rock solid, you know. But the thing about a flat bottom is once you get over the once the CG overtakes the, hang on, I think it's easier for the CG to overtake the epicenter of the boat and thus capsize. So up until that point they'll feel nice and stable, and then it will just go over. So felt stability is better, but overall stability is worse. Yeah, I mean, maybe that makes sense. I don't know what I can relate this to, because it's kind of not like you know, your camber and stuff in a car. Normally when things feel unstable, they're unstable, aren't they? And I don't know, I think the problem with this boat is it feels unstable. Is, you know, perhaps it is unstable, I don't know. It's very bloody light, so any little breeze that catches it fucking you know, obviously spins it and that. And there is a lot of freeboard, you know, like height above the water. You know, and like where I was paddling there, you know, I'd paddle in front of the slip, and the wind was blowing down the slip, so there's no wind, then blowing in front of the slip, and it just go, and it would, you know, perhaps lean the boat over a little bit, but hey, all that's by the by, because you know, this was only a little bit of fun for the summer, and summer's nearly come to a close, yeah. But the most important takeaway from this is, yeah, is a very good way of prototyping a plywood boat, and it gives you a place to take your plywood sheet layout from, yeah. So that's excellent. And then we found that out last time. But then this time we perhaps explored the possibilities of prototyping your ply boat in skin and frame, and then altering it because you didn't like it. So this is you know the most important thing about a prototype. That's why people don't just go straight into full production. You know, not that I'm going to go into production with a 20-foot canoe, but I definitely want to know that I'm not wasting a load of money on plywood and that, building something that's unpleasantly unstable. It is a big run top. Fucking trains. They just. So that's it. I definitely I'm happy I've done this because it's led me to a construction technique I can use to prototype a bigger canoe, and you know I can obviously make changes to the prototype and check that it's not going to be too unstable or anything like that, and you know, maybe get the layout for the seating better, and ultimately my 20-foot canoe will be far superior than it would have been if I'd just jumped straight into building it out of plywood. So that's good, yeah, that's good, and I've played around with that. As for the covering, definitely the most successful component of this this remodel, if you like. I love the ducks. that was fun. The kids liked it too. So yeah, whoever come up with that idea, I'm sorry, I should have looked at your name, but you're an effing genius, mate. Yeah, I like that. And you know, if anyone comes up with something truly imaginative that is better than the shower curtains, then let me know. Yeah, coincidentally, I thought they'd be PVC, but it would appear that they're not, because again I tried the solvent bond, the solvent cement PVC glue, and it just came straight off that, which is why I ended up using the gaffer tape again. But it did seem to bond a tiny bit, but not satisfactory, not of any meaningful strength. You know, it was definitely doing something to the surface, but not really. And something that thin, I'd expect if I put solvent cement on would get really floppy and stretchy where it had been eaten by solvents. If it was something that was soluble in this particular solvent glue, and this is basically MEK with a bunch of other stuff. So this is good for the acrylics, probably polycarb, PVC, which is what I thought the shower curtain would be, and there's another one. Polyprop maybe? I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, all in all, the canoe is fun, and what we'll have to either stick another covering on this, although what is that much point, because I don't really want to remodel it again, but you know, maybe if someone comes up with a really good idea, I'll put that covering on it, and also drop the seat down a little bit, yeah. But it's got to be cheap, yeah. And personally, I'd like it if it looked more ridiculous than the ducks. All right, okay. Take care, folks. I'll see you next time. I'm getting back on with the dump truck now, so yeah, we'll get that finished. All right, but it might be a while because, like I say, I've got no time at the minute. Things are madness around here. So I'll see you when I see you, and take it easy, folks. Bye bye.